Salut. This is the Crypto Kid podcast, and today we discuss faith, family, fitness, and finance. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Live stream just indicated that I need to have a premium account to stream directly to Twitter X. So I had to remove them. And today, Facebook is having a lot of integration problems. So if you've been trying to post today to Facebook, and you've experienced some problems, just be aware that you're not the only one. StreamYard is having problems, and that's how I do a simultaneous podcast on many platforms through StreamYard. And I encourage you to sign up for StreamYard as well and take advantage of that. So today's topic is faith, family, fitness, and finance. And for anybody who's new to the Crypto Kid podcast here, this podcast is designed for people 18 to 50 years of age, middle, upper class, or maybe you're working class. You've been able to cobble together some type of money to invest in the markets. Well, this podcast is for you. So we'll help you out with that. So let's discuss, why are we discussing faith, family, fitness, and finance? And when I was a part of, and I still am a part of Legal Shield Prepaid Legal, one of the people that was very influential in the program is the late billionaire Paul J. Meyer. And a little history about Paul J. Meyer. Paul J. Meyer was German. His parents were German immigrants, and he grew up in the Bay Area, specifically the city of Campbell, where Campbell Soups originated. That is the name of Campbell Soup. And originally the town of Campbell was mainly just farms and vegetable farms. And they used the crops and the vegetables to make all of their different soups. And so Paul J. Meyer, this is in the 40s and the late 30s. He worked in the fields, and this is when white people still actually worked in the fields in the 1930s, coming up to World War II. In the 40s is when white people in America, specifically in the northern states, refused to work out in the fields, and that was the beginning of legal migrant workers coming to the United States. But Paul J. Myers, he came up with this concept of faith, family, and finance. And he was a great man. And so what I've done is I've incorporated that, and I've added one more F, which is fitness. Because when 150 years ago, let's say 1840, somebody asked you about your wealth, they were really making reference to your health. Okay, because that's really the number one wealth that you have is your health. You could have millions of dollars, even billions of dollars, but if you are going in for chemotherapy treatment, that money can't really be enjoyed. And so you have to start with fitness. And that means controlling the foods that you're eating. That means staying away from processed foods. Processed foods became very popular in the 80s. With the popularity of the microwave, they go hand in hand. And I myself, when I was a kid in the 80s, we would get Hot Pockets, and we didn't know that it wasn't made of cheese, but we had been acclimated to using microwaves from the 70s when we used to go into 7-Eleven. When I was in junior high school, I started junior high school in 1981 at Vallejo Junior High School. And that is when you go into 7-Eleven and they'd have a Pac-Man game and either Donkey Kong, Asteroids, or maybe a pinball machine. And we would go there for lunch just to spend our lunch money on video games. And you could buy a burrito for $1, and it was quite large burrito. And you would put the burrito in the microwave, hit the button 1 or 2, and it would be ready for you. So when the 80s came, we found out we could buy frozen burritos. I think what is it? Man, that popular brand. I've eaten so many of their frozen burritos. It's a Mexican brand. And that's when processed foods became so popular, which has led to a lot of health problems with Americans. So you need to stay away from processed foods. Second thing is you need to stay away from fast food. When I was a kid in the 70s, going to McDonald's was a privilege. You went like on your birthday and things of that nature. In the 80s, it became more popular. Maybe you would go once a month. But we fast forward today to America, and Americans, both mothers and fathers, are working. So it's easy for them to pick up some McDonald's on the way home, just like we used to do, pick up a bucket of fried chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken. You just grab a bucket, and that's when the buckets were actually affordable. And it's easy to just grab some McDonald's food. And now families are eating at McDonald's for dinner twice a week. Donald J. Trump Jr. Was quoted saying recently that he took his two small children, they're both younger than 10 years old. He took them to lunch to McDonald's, and for the three of them, it was $47. So that's ridiculous. So that means also that fast food is destroying your wealth. Not only is fast food destroying your health, but fast food is destroying your wealth. So that, and I met a woman, an African-American woman in Maryland, and she had written a book on finance. And one of the main things that she talked about in that book, and I did buy that book, is she's a single parent. And she said one of the main ways that she began to save money is stop taking her daughter out for fast food. So you need to have fitness. You need a fitness program. If you need a fitness program, well, Kali Muscle and I, we got the right program for you. Just go down to kalimuscle.com, hit shop, and we have a variety of packages that'll help you get into shape for 2025. And that's KALI muscle.com. That is kalimuscle.com, KALI muscle.com. So now we have our fitness, and with Kali Muscle, we have a 30-day meal plan. We have a 7-day workout plan for you. So we have you covered. Kali Muscle is a certified fitness trainer in the United States. And so he's been doing this for a long time, more than 15, 20 years to be exact. And then now now that we have our fitness in order, let's talk about faith. Regardless if you are a Jew like myself, who also is a Christian, you may be a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Hindu, and everything, but you need to have some form of faith. You know, I hear these people talking about, I'm agnostic. I acknowledge there's a God, but I don't want to have any rituals or anything necessary to that. But you need rituals, because these rituals are what you're going to need to help you become successful in life. And that is why we go to church every Sunday. We go to the temple, the mosque, and it's a habit. You want to start and embed in yourself good habits of practicing faith. And you want to start that because most people only go to God when things are bad, and so they're requesting things. You need to go to God and show gratitude for and be in thanks and praise for all the things that you have. The first thing you need to be thankful for is the fact that you got up this morning and you're watching this podcast. If you didn't wake up this morning, the information I'm talking about wouldn't even be important to you, you know? And so you have to have faith in God. And you need that because in this road of building your finances, you're going to have cogs in the road. You're going to have bumps, roadblocks. You're going to make money and then lose money. And if you don't have any faith, you're going to get nervous. And that's one of the main problems that I've found with the people that I'm calling on, who have gone to the kalimuscle.com website, have shown an interest in improving their fitness or their health, or their wealth. And then when I talk to them, they have their first thing is, I don't have any money. They do have money. They just don't have any faith in their ability to take the money that they do have and build with that and duplicate their efforts and grow that money. So, and that is why you need to have faith in yourself. And then moving on to family. Look, I know now some of you guys remember 95% of Americans reach the age 65 and are dependent upon their friends, family, and the government. while only 5% are financially successful. So, but let's take this 5%. Haven't you met people that were wealthy and had terrible health because they were stressed out, they had bad eating habits and stuff like that, or their family life was messed up? They had just gone through divorce. They had been divorced or married 3 times. Their kids are on drugs. They have no relationship with their children. That is because they focused on one area, which is building up finance, and they were successful at that. And then they neglected their health. Now they're obese, they're overweight, they're gluttonous, they're out of shape, they don't have a lot of energy, and they have no family relationships. And then finally, we get to that all important thing of your finances. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't take care of your finances, it'll be hard to have good health because you'll always be stressed out over your finances. You will probably, to make yourself feel good, indulge in eating voluminous foods or foods that aren't good for you, and consuming alcohol and drugs, which are also bad for your health. And all of us need to go through a cleansing. I know I've done a cleansing, and I encourage you to follow Wes Watson, Kali Muscle, Big Boy. These guys are committed to the gym, just like myself. Now, I'm upfront and transparent. I haven't been to prison or, like these gentlemen have, but I have had a hard life, and I played sports just like I know Kali Muscle played football and Big Boy played football. And so I developed this workout and weightlifting habits at the age of 16 that always stuck with me. And I had older cousins and uncles and people that were athletes that lifted weights. So I had role models for me. And I also had uncles that were financially successful and taught me about getting my finances in order. And my number one is Clinton Dixon, who is the most influential person to me as far as money. He always spent a lot of time with me. He was a father figure to me. He is my Uncle Jim Dixon's oldest brother. And I just want to thank Clinton Dixon for all the mentorship, the fatherhoodship that he gave to me, all the years that he just spent good time with me, giving me encouragement. So I want to, say that right now. And that is why you need to have a coach, a mentor. That is why you need myself and Kali Muscle. As Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, Tony Robbins deals with them all: faith, family, finance, fitness, and health. He deals with them all. And he always says everybody needs a coach. And so you need a coach. So if you haven't found one now, Kali Muscle and we have got you covered. Just sign up, click the link below, go to kalimuscle.com. That is KALI muscle.com. If you want to start your Bitcoin education, just click the link below, go to plummeruniversity.com/Bitcoin Mastery. That is PLUMMER university.com/Bitcoin Mastery. And before we sign out, Bitcoin is doing well. It's almost at 100,000 US dollars. I believe it is above 100. Yes, Bitcoin is trading now at 101,218 US dollars. And let's see where Ethereum is up to today. Ethereum is up 178 US dollars to the price of 3,810 US dollars. So with that, we're going to sign out today on Crypto Kid TV for faith, family, fitness, and finance. If you need to, just rewatch this again, like I said. And if you need a mentor or coach, go to kalimuscle.com and sign up, and we'll be happy to help you. Thanks a lot. God bless you. Until we meet again.